Alright guys, what's going on? Welcome in. So obviously the Jets dropped yesterday's game against the Miami Dolphins. Final score 31-24, falling to 3-11 on the football season. And I gotta be honest with you, it's tough to say that record. Like literally those numbers, 3-11. I mean, nobody wants to be associated with a 3-11 record. So it was brutal. But look, in this one, I did want to focus on what I thought the main problem or the main factor was in yesterday's loss. And that was the offensive football in the second half. Now, to start out, I actually thought the Jets offense looked pretty good. I mean, on that opening drive, they went for 10 plays, 80 plus yards, not one negative play on the drive, and it resulted in 7 points. Zach Wilson was perfect. 5 for 5. He was hitting the wide open targets. He wasn't just spiking the football right into the turf, which is something that we've actually seen this season from Zach. A guy's running wide open in the flat, and the ball just bounces at the pass catcher's feet. There was none of that on that opening drive. He was efficient. He was putting the ball in play. You look at that offensive line in the running game. You look at Mike LaFleur's play calling. It was great on that opening drive. You fast forward a little bit and the Jets go on an 8-play drive for 75 yards and another touchdown. Okay, so we're going at halftime with some solid O-line play in the running game. Zach Wilson is making some smart decisions with the football. He's not turning the ball over. He's not forcing it into triple coverage, nothing like that. We have 17 points on the board. We're starting to see these super creative play calls from Mike LaFleur, stuff that we have not seen before. Everything is going well. Okay, and this Jets team got me. They got me. I was thinking at halftime, you know what? We have to make small tweaks, make those adjustments, and we will put out a solid second half for the first time in a long time. So the Jets exit halftime and go 3-0. And at that point, I was thinking to myself, you know what? It's not the end of the world. It's one drive. The Jets still have the lead. We've already shown that we can do some good things against this defense. It is what it is. Let's get the ball back and try to make something happen in the next drive. Well, when the Jets get the ball back, we go 6 plays and then punt. And I was thinking to myself, I hope this isn't going to be a repeat of the Eagles game where in the first half, this offense was moving the ball. I mean, they were constantly moving the chains, racking up a ton of yards, scoring points. Zach Wilson looked really, really good. And overall, the offense just looked like a sound unit. It looked in sync. It looked like they knew what they were doing. And then once the second half arrived, it just bottomed out. Everything flatlined, and the Jets ended up losing the game in a pretty disturbing fashion. So anyway, we start the second half with 2 straight punts, 9 total plays. The third time this Jets offense touches the football, we go 3 plays, and Zach Wilson turns it over with a strip sack fumble. Dolphins recover. I'm thinking to myself, this cannot be happening. This is the Eagles 2.0. I mean, we cannot just implode in the second half once again, where we put together some nice things in the first half, and now we are just falling apart, literally drive by drive. We are giving the game away. Our next 3 possessions to close out the game, we go punt, turnover on downs. A total of 22 plays in the second half. The third and fourth quarter combined, the Jets offense had 22 plays in a winnable game. Zach Wilson barely over 50 passing yards. As crazy as it sounds, I know it sounds nuts. The Jets couldn't get after Tua. Pass rush non-existent. Couldn't stop the run. Duke Johnson goes for over 100 multiple touchdowns. And this offense is putting out that performance in the second half. And yet the game is still within the Jets' grasp in the end. And we go 4 plays and turn the ball over. We don't even pick up a first down. First down is actually a flag pushing us backwards. So this offense finds themselves in another position where they just cannot keep their composure. I mean, we were doing, again, some awesome things in the first half. I mean, I felt like really Mike LaFleur did a good job of keeping the Dolphins off balance and neutralizing the Dolphins pass rush, which eventually got home once the second half arrived. And of course, we do have to credit the Miami Dolphins coaching staff, the players, Jalen Phillips, a guy who I loved coming out of Miami, insane size, speed, and potential. So we do have to credit Miami and understand that we didn't have Corey Davis, no Elijah Moore, no Ty Johnson, who is a healthy scratch, no Mekhi Becton, no George Fant. So the Jets, realistically speaking here, the Jets were down a lot of players, a lot of starters. That's just a fact. But to see this team just stumble, fall right on their face when they had the lead at halftime and give the game away is unreal. It is unreal. At some point, we have got to be able to close games. We have to be able to play 4 quarters of good football. I'm not asking for this team to be a top 5, offense, a top 10 offense, a top 15 offense. I believe if this Jets team can put up, technically below average numbers, we could be the 21st ranked defense, 19th ranked offense. We would be in much better situations late in games. But for me personally, the bar is just set so low. I'm going into these games every Sunday hoping, wishing to see some complimentary football. I really don't feel like that's too much to ask in going into week 16, and I just want to see the offense complement the defense and vice versa. I don't want to see one unit dominate and the other unit look like the worst in football. I want to see 4 quarters of average ball. I want to see 4 quarters where this Jets team looks the same. I would like to see some mistake-free football, but over these past couple of weeks, it's gotten to the point where I'm hoping for less than 3 mistakes. So, this Jets team has a lot of work to do moving forward, but the thing that for me is just really disappointing is the fact that we're still making the same mistakes that we were in the beginning parts of the season, weeks 2, weeks 3, weeks 5 against the Atlanta Falcons. It just, in certain areas, it just doesn't seem like this Jets team is growing, and that's what's kind of concerning to me. But, circling back to the original point of this video, the Jets offense once again implodes in the second half, and I really don't get this Jekyll and Hyde act that the Jets are constantly putting out there. We talked about the Eagles game, obviously yesterday against the Dolphins, but even in the Texans game, we start out looking horrible. We bounced back in the second half, and of course we have to take into consideration who we were playing, the Texans, but why are the first half Jets and the second half Jets so different from each other? I really don't get it. Normally when you have an issue like this, it's either one or the other, where the team just comes out flat every single week. Every week we just cannot get on track, and that would lead you to believe that it's some sort of game planning issue throughout the week, and that it just takes the coaches a little bit, it takes the players a little bit to kind of get accustomed to what they're seeing, and then they can make those adjustments at halftime. Or, vice versa, the game planning is great, and then once the second half hits, it's you just don't make those adjustments and you fall apart. But with the Jets, it's like 1 week it's this thing, 1 week it's the first half, the next week it's the second half is the problem. It's confusing, and I would love to hear your thoughts down below in the comment section. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I know this was kind of a little ranty and whatnot, so I do apologize for that. But anyway, thanks so much, and as always, go Jets.